Also interesting seeing all these pistol whips coming out from Tamusa right now. Gets Orbzei getting one.
We're running out to get his life. Orbzei is having an amazing search and destroy game, 12-2.
Does not realize that Brandon
Make that another one.
Sweet.
Oh my goodness!
Big triple Pobo. This is impeccable. And what you like to see, Orbzei putting everybody in a spot trap, and he finds a triple as well.
Hey, I'm Kaleb Adam, or Orbzei, and I'm the captain of the U.S. Army Call of Duty team here at Southern Miss Esports.
That guy, oh my word. Funny, bro. And this guy can't find me. Turn around, brother. Get in. Stunned up. Dude, ah.
So COD, or Call of Duty, is a first-person shooter game. It's somewhat like an arena shooter, I guess you could say. We play 4v4, so team of 4 versus team of 4. So far, I think it's been going great. I have a great team behind me, so it's not too hard to manage and do what I have to do, because they're very responsive and they're always up for a challenge. As far as roles within the team goes, we have a very competitive team. They're very much, we're very much focused on winning no matter what. We do have fun, but fun comes second most of the time. I would say like Tyler gets pretty loud. He likes to be hyped, and I kind of feed off that. If you've ever seen Hunter, you know he's the complete opposite. He'll clutch a 1v4 and he just sits at his screen disappointed because he maybe missed a shot or two. And then Jeff kind of helps manage everything. Jeff's great at he's also kind of on the staff side of things a little bit, so he's great at telling us what we need to do, helping manage in-game and out-of-game stuff. So it's great to have all those guys together. My introduction to Southern Miss Esports was a bit different. I was here for a while and didn't know it existed until the last Christmas break. I started figuring out about it. I think maybe I saw it on Twitter or something, and that's when I reached out to the people in it, and I was like, hey, I'd like to play. I'm pretty good and whatever. I started playing for the program towards the end of spring of last year, or maybe middle to end, because we had some trouble trying to get me on the roster kind of that late in the season. But yeah, I started last spring. The transition from member to captain, it wasn't too difficult, besides a little bit more responsibility, and also having to take responsibility for others, such as anyone on the team, having to kind of micromanage, keep up with what they're doing, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Overall, it wasn't too difficult, but it's definitely something I enjoyed and endured. We got our sponsorship from the U.S. Army, so that was pretty awesome. I think it kind of matches well because, you know, originally Call of Duty was like a kind of a military style game. Of course, it's kind of gotten more arena cartoony ish as time goes on, but it started kind of as that. So it's kind of on brand, I feel like, for both of us to have that partnership. And it's meant a lot to us, actually. They even came out for the LAN and they had like the sign-up sheet. They had a pull-up bar, some MREs to test out. It was a great time. Prepping for game days, that's the best question. Chick-fil-A. I gotta go to Chick-fil-A to start. So we get here really early. We don't play till about 7. We get here about 3. Get set up, make sure everything's updated. Then we'll go get Chick-fil-A. It's like a tradition at this point to go get Chick-fil-A. So we'll go grab Chick-fil-A. We'll chill out. Maybe we watch some VOD or whatever. And then as we get closer to game time, we'll set up a scrim with a other college team. We'll scrimmage. We'll look at some VOD, see what we did wrong, and we'll talk about our game plan going into the game. And that's kind of where we get our vetoes and our map pull from for that match. Off campus, shout out, I'm good to fight jiu-jitsu. I love doing jiu-jitsu, MMA. I love all that. And Wiggins, so I do that pretty religiously. It's pretty much that and gaming. Balance is probably the hardest part about anything in this sector of gaming, because we want to be competitive, so we're always trying to play. We're always trying to figure out what we can do better, and it's kind of obsessive. So at some point you have to take a step back and be like, look, I need to focus on my academics at this point, or I need to go walk outside and get active, do some exercising, because it's easy to get consumed. And that's probably with anything competitive, but specifically for us and for gaming. In terms of learning things, stuff I've learned or experiences I've learned from just all of this. You know, this was pretty new to me, actually being a part. Like, I've played competitively for a long time now, but actually being like in an arena, you know, having jerseys, having like being professional, it's definitely added something, because now, you know, if you have a problem with your teammates or who you're working with, you can't just like leave. You can't just find new teammates. We're kind of stuck together. And, you know, that's a good thing. You get to learn how to disagree with people. You get to learn how to respectfully disagree with people and agree with people. And a lot of people don't ever face that adversity within their career in any aspect. So I think it's good to get that out the way early. I think that's something that can carry over to any walk of life. Shout out Jared, shout out all the staff. The LAN was freaking great. It really just reinstilled like the fire to compete and play. Because, you know, after the LAN we went home to play and we're like, wow, this is completely different. Like, I don't have somebody across the stage yelling at me. Like, I don't have like, I'm not yelling at anybody. It's just, initially I was pretty much content with not going to a LAN. I was like, whatever, I'll just play online. I probably, you know, got 1 or 2 more years left in me anyways before I'm kind of done competing so heavily. And so I'll be fine. Well, we did the LAN, and after that, now I'm like, okay, we got to go to at least 2 or 3 this year, because like, it's just a completely different experience. I think our match versus Syracuse was our first match. That was a fun one. We did lose 3-1. We took the S&D, but that was like our first time playing on LAN, and it was kind of like a slap in the face. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, we're really here, because we talked about it for so long. So probably that, and then obviously the games leading up to the grand finals, those were always fun. Watching the Nicholls State guys, the LSU guys, the Chattanooga guys, watching all those guys battle out top 3, it was great. Being there, being in the moment, having people yell at you, yelling at people, playing on a new setup, switching setups, it's awesome. I got to meet a lot of new people, make a lot of new connections, a lot of talented guys there. It was an amazing experience. Casual COD players trying to improve their gameplay, figure out what the meta is, watch some people who you know are good, watch the CDL guys, and play with guys better than yourself. You know, if you're the best one on your team, probably in any competitive aspect, that's not really a good thing. You know, you don't want to be the best one on your team. You should always be looking for guys who are better than you, that you can learn from and continue to grow with. Looking forward to the spring. We're excited to have our first season in the CCL. And, you know, along with that comes, you know, people wanting to play for us, and, you know, we got a lot of eyes on us. So we're excited to compete next season in the CCL for the first season at Southern Miss Esports. And if you're watching this and you get bored, or you don't want to be bored and you want to watch me, go to twitch.tv/Orbzei, x.com/Orbzei, basically Orbzei on everything. I'm live randomly, kind of in and out of season, but since we're out of season now, I'll be live more consistently, so I'll see you there.